Hey guys, so this video will brush over 3 big mistakes to avoid if you want to produce your best work at university. So firstly, the problem of wordiness can creep in at any point while studying, but it quietly frustrates markers a lot. It's a mistake to confuse sounding smart with being smart. Now, this isn't just poor synonym swapping either, it's the lengths and structure of sentences which become a silent killer. Writers like Kant or Hegel are noted for their brilliance, but mimicking their writing style is almost always unnecessary at best and unintelligible at worst. Instead, you should develop a writing style that is clear, concise, and consistent. The 3 C's. Flair should be the icing, not the cake. In light of this, knowing the difference between hyperbole and emphasis is important to bring legitimacy to your perspective. Now, your discipline will have its own vernacular, and it's important to be able to show that you know how to use these terms correctly. Knowing and showing accuracy in that regard is essential to develop professionalism in your field of specialization. If you second guess a word, look it up. As for sentence structure, if you're dealing with complex theoretical material that necessitates long-winded sentences, then learn how to use a semicolon, but keep it to a minimum. Especially with large projects, markers want to move comfortably through your written material. So always read your work, or even better, get a colleague or friend to do so. If you don't develop the 3 C's on the fly, then leave extra time for re-editing. Now, your second probable downfall will be unrealistic planning, or no planning at all. If it's your first time dealing with a long-term, large-scale project, this adjustment can be a deadly hazard. Ambitions take hold, procrastination settles in, timeframes blow out, and whole sections of your work may even need to be rewritten or cut. This can relate to the scope of your research topic, but planning is the practical side of a pragmatic approach. A manic dash to the finishing line is not what will get you the best results. Sloppy mistakes can creep in, especially if you're hurrying. Furthermore, the quality of your research will suffer if it's not given appropriate time for thought, action, and reflection throughout each phase. The training wheels are off, and you need to pilot this project effectively. The key to success is simply allocating an appropriate amount of time to each aspect of your research. Break the chapters down into smaller structural components and think honestly about setting a reasonable time frame for the completion of each section. Rushing in thoughtlessly is about as ineffective as procrastination, so to avoid energy-wasting tangents, set aside time to see if you can objectively justify your actions before jumping into it. If you have an effective scaffolding to begin with, then inspiration can be used constructively. Lastly, referencing. I know it's sad, but here we are and it must be mentioned. If you're heading into postgrad and still have referencing issues, then you need to fix it. At this level, the acceptable margin of error is 0%. Referencing isn't a reflection of your true intellect, but others may think this way. The markers don't get this stuff wrong anymore, and you're moving into their ranks. They want to know that you can walk over the lowest hurdle. These are easy marks. Michael Jordan doesn't miss layups anymore, and neither should you. So guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll leave any info links in the description, but if you like this video and want to see more, then subscribe. Till next time.